Hi, I'm Natalia Rosenbaum, licensed therapist, founder of To Self Activate, where I teach clients, therapists, and coaches and healers how to access their own true selves through Kundalini yoga practice. So we are going to do a practice today that was actually my first really impactful meditation that I ever learned. And I learned it when I was going through a really hard relationship moment. It was in a relationship that was really unhealthy, and I could not figure out what was what. I was confused. I didn't know who I was. I was going through some past difficult relationship experiences. And I learned this particular meditation that really helped me to gain clarity on what my next move is. So most of the practices that we do in the Kundalini yoga system are all going to activate the inner wisdom through the activation of the conscious mind. So when we are saturated with our subconscious thoughts, we can't think very clearly because we're being guided and directed by agendas that are based in the past. So when we're going through experiences as a child, we get those imprinted into us, whether they're positive or negative. And when they're negative, they tend to be really hard to break because they get ingrained, and experiences that we go through as we travel through life, they kind of solidify the early experience. So for example, if I was abandoned by my mother as a child, I'm gonna probably seek out relationships with adults where they might be filling in that parental role that I never got when I was a kid. So I'll be looking for something outside of myself to validate me, and I won't really learn how to validate myself, right? Unless I consciously realize what's happening, then I can change it and rewrite that. But if I don't know what's happening, like if I don't have a meditation practice, I'm just going to be going through those subconscious patterns that are pretty much getting a hold of me, and I won't know that I even have a problem. So for me, in this particular time in my life, I was not meditating. I had had a meditation practice and I was off of it. And then I found Kundalini yoga. And it was really exactly what I needed, because it was a combination of the mental practices that I had been through like the Buddhist meditation, and a lot of the physical yoga that I had been learning through the Hatha Vinyasa path, because I'm also trained in that school of yoga. And so Kundalini yoga is a complete mergence of that. But in this time in my life, I wasn't really doing anything, right? I was in a relationship that was kind of consuming me, but in a toxic way. So I couldn't see clearly. I didn't even know what I needed. So I ended up finding this particular meditation on YouTube, actually, and it set me right. Part of what it did was it started to give me a sense of calm. It calmed my nervous system so that I was less reactive to the pain and struggle that I was in. I got a little space. There was me and there was the problem, and I got a little space from the problem, right? So then I was able to see clearly what was happening in my life to cause what I was experiencing. So that's what most meditation should do for us. This particular meditation is called Stress Relief and Clearing Emotions from the Past. So because I was in a type of a relationship where there were a lot of emotions and I was dealing with a lot of heavy emotional content. And I will talk more about relationships and other videos, but just to kind of get into what a basic meditation practice can do for us, that's sort of the point of today, is just to give you an experience that was very similar to my first experience. Feeling calm in our own selves while we're going through difficult emotions is not an easy thing to accomplish. I would not be where I am if I didn't learn how to be with myself during really hard times. So when negative things happen to us, we have to properly integrate those negative experiences so that we don't create storylines where we over-identify with the negative experience and the negative story. So this practice is going to help us with that. It's going to give us an ability to sort of be the adult in our own life rather than sort of be led by the past, by the childhood memories that honestly influence our choices as adults. We don't want that. So this meditation is going to help with that. There are so many ways that we can meditate and do things to activate our conscious mind. And there are so many meditations out there, especially in the Kundalini system. There's a lot. There's basically what we have is breath practices. We have meditations with mantra, usually mantra and breath. We also have physical yoga and movement, right? So all these things help us to create new patterns. This particular practice is going to have us holding a posture while working on a breath pattern. So let's get into it now. We always start a Kundalini yoga practice with a mantra. And the mantra that we always begin, doesn't matter if we're doing a 3-minute practice like we're going to do today, or if we're doing a long 1.5-hour workshop. We always start with a mantra, Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. And it basically means I move the subconscious mind out of the way so I can be open to the creative flow that is in me and is outside of me. So I'm going to basically feel really good when I chant this because I'm connected to my true self. So after we do this 3-minute meditation, I'm going to do a gong so you'll be able to just relax into some sound healing. So before we do the meditation, as I said, we're going to tune in. We'll rub the palms together. This starts to activate the left and right hemispheres of the brain, and we bring the thumbs right into the center of the chest. The elbows are out just like this. You keep the forearms parallel to the floor, and we'll close the eyes. Now remember that mantra, Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. And we're not praying, we're really just doing a sound activation to activate this conscious part of the brain. So closing the eyes, focusing at the third eye, which is the space in between the eyebrows. We're going to take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. And now we'll inhale to tune in, and we'll say this 3 times. Now you can just listen to me, and you'll also get a benefit. So you can either listen or you can chant along with me. Inhale, please. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Inhale. Hold the breath. Press the palms together. Focus out that third eye, connect to that third eye point, and exhale. And so with this practice, what we're going to do is be in this position. This is a mudra, it's a hand position, and we'll hold this the whole time. See how my thumbs are, I'm not touching my body, my hands are out a little bit extended from the body, and the thumbs are down, the fingertips are pointing up. And now we are going to begin a breath where we will inhale counting to 5. Oh, actually, no. Begin again. We're going to do a breath pattern, but we're going to first focus at the tip of the nose. So The eyes are focused at the tip of the nose. It's a little bit of a cross-eyed kind of a situation. Don't worry about that. The mouth is closed. We'll inhale, counting to 5. Hold the breath for 5. And exhale for 5. Inhaling 5. Holding for 5. And exhaling for 5. And you'll begin at your own pace, keeping that breath pattern going. Inhale 5, hold 5, and exhaling 5. Inhale. Hold the breath. Exhale. Now you can relax the posture and you can lay down on your back for the Gong bath, the Gong layout. We will do this for a little bit of time, and here you'll have an opportunity to let that meditation integrate, and you'll have maximum healing benefits from that meditation. with this gong layout. You can wake yourself up slowly, rolling your wrists, circling your ankles, and And start to wake yourself up, hug your knees into your chest, give yourself a tight squeeze, roll back and forth on your spine until you come sitting up, and join me for one long Satnam. It's a mantra that connects us to ourselves, and we'll close out the practice. Inhale. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Have a beautiful day.